news today. First, the headlines.
Is HIPTV News.
Nollywood. Rotimi Salami defends dance promotion, addresses face-over talent debate. Now the news in detail. Nollywood. Rotimi Salami defends dance promotion, addresses face-over talent debate. The debate over dance challenges as film promotion continues in Nollywood. Some actors now rely on social media trends to market projects. Others insist storytelling should remain the primary focus. In an interview with HIPTV, producer and actor Rotimi Salami speaks on the debate over the dance challenges in Nollywood. He referenced filmmaker Kunle Afolayan, clarifying that Afolayan's earlier remarks were not criticism of actors or marketing trends. Afolayan had expressed concern about the growing pressure on filmmakers to rely on social media dance challenges to sell movies, saying it can be exhausting and that he doesn't want to make a film if you guarantee me that I have to dance to sell that film. Salami noted that these comments were rooted in concern for the sustainability of films and their take-home value, not a dismissal of creative promotional strategies. To Kunle Afolayan, "He's like a boss to me. I respect his craft. I was there when the statement was made. It was not from a diminishing place. It was from a place of concern. He was saying we need more take-home value as filmmakers," Salami said. He explained that Nollywood operates within a different framework from Hollywood. According to him, the Nigerian industry lacks a rigid distribution structure, making marketing approaches flexible rather than fixed. The kind of structure Hollywood operates is quite different from Nollywood because we do not have a very strong structure. It is difficult to say this is one-way traffic. You have to be professional, but you cannot ignore visibility. He added, Salami acknowledged the commercial success of Funke Akindele, widely regarded as a box office leader, but maintained that strategies vary. Everybody's right. What works for Mr. A may not work for Mr. B. If you have to dance to get people's attention and recover your investment, then dance. If you have another strategy, use it, he said. Addressing the use of popular faces over talent, Salami noted that social media now drives audience engagement. Most things in entertainment happen on social media. People are always on their phones. If I have to dance to get your attention to see my film, why not? He stated. However, he stressed that casting must remain professional. The right thing is to feature talented actors who fit the characters. If you have good actors, proper props, and strong post-production, you'll make a beautiful film, he said. Salami described film as show business where audience response determines success. Still, he warned that visibility should not replace competence. At some point, people will see loopholes in your work. You may build a name on quantity, but how do you build a name on quality? When big opportunities come, they will examine your past jobs. If they sense mediocrity, your legacy may shake, he added. He maintained that visibility may sell tickets, but quality sustains careers.
Firstly, I'll say to Kunle Afolayan, he's a filmmaker that I respect so much. It's like a big boss to me, and I respect his craft a lot. I look forward to his jobs, and of course I'm on one of his jobs. Yes, I think I was at the venue where that statement was made. I can tell you for a fact that it was not made from a place of diminution. It was made from an area of concern, for the industry when it comes to if you invest your money, invest your time and everything. At the end of the day, say after dancing, what is your take home? So I feel that he was saying that because he felt that the industry needed more in terms of take home. That the industry, we as filmmakers, we need more in terms of take home. But I totally understand that the kind of structure that Hollywood operates on, it's quite different from how Nollywood operates. So because we do not have a structure, a very strong structure, it's quite difficult to say this is one-way traffic, like, oh, you have to be super professional and not dance. And for Funke Akindele to who, of course, we also know that she's a box office queen, that I also look forward to making as much billions as she has made too. See, in life, what works for Mr. A doesn't work for Mr. B, right? Do whatever works for you. Be yourself and see what works for you. Everybody would have to look for their markets. So everybody's right in this contest. If you have to dance to get people's attention, to come and see your film so that you can make the money that you've invested in the film back. My brother, my sister, dance so. And if you know you have other strategies that you can use that you don't have to dance, come on, go ahead. If it works for you, do it. As far as I'm concerned, I am ready to do everything that I know or that comes to my head to ensure that, I sell this job, Killer and Co, to the world, just to also keep the legacy of Orwell alive. What I'll say is that, you see, virtually everything, not everything per se, but most things that has to do with entertainment happens on social media. For you to be able to get the word out there, you need the tool, that social media tool, to pass out the message. You can tell for a fact that not everybody even do billboards like they used to do back then. Not everybody does BRT because most people are with their phones. And when you create different content, like you rightly said, it must not be dance alone. If you check what I've been doing lately, it's not all dance. I mean, I don't even know how to dance, so I would not even consider dancing. But then, if I have to, if that my funny dance will get your attention to come and see my film, why not? I would have to shake my body in the little way I can. And of course, if it makes you laugh, it has gotten your attention. Eventually, at least you will consider this small boy and decide to go and watch the film. So yes, I so much respect everyone who has taken up social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Those guys that have taken it up, by creating content regularly. Trust me, you guys are the future. So as far as I'm concerned too, right now, me too, I'm a content creator. I'm not just an actor anymore, at least to sell my film. I have to create content because I want you to see it. I am not going to blame anyone for whatever decision that they take when it comes to making a film. Professionally, the right thing to do is to feature talented actors who fit each of the characters you have in a film to bring it to life in the best way. If you have all-around good actors who can interpret each character in your story, and you shoot properly with appropriate props, proper sets, proper camera, and awesome post-production, you are going to make a beautiful film. And that's the only way anyone will watch your film and get carried away while watching it. But nowadays, like you rightly said, people are also considering how to make back their money. Let's not forget that it's called showbiz. When you show us what you have and we embrace it, it becomes business and you make back money. Do not forget that audience are also determinants of most of these things. You will not blame filmmakers who would rather put faces that audience already love. They don't want to stress themselves. If you ask me, I am big on talent. My philosophy for life is people grow. Someone gave me an opportunity to shine. So I'm also ready to give people opportunity to shine. And that's exactly what the late Orwell stood for. And we will definitely keep that alive. But I'm saying that do what works for you. Because if you ask me, I'll say, oh, let's do the talent. Merge faces, which is like the right thing to do. Use that very big face to lift that upcoming face, but ensure that the upcoming face you're using is not the one that has given you small money to add to the project. So whether he's good or she's good or not, you have to use her for that character. You're spoiling your own works. Because when we talk about longevity in the game, when people begin to see these loopholes in your jobs, it will get to a certain point in your career, you have already made a name on quantity. How do you make a name on quality? And when the big opportunities too comes in, and they want to screen, they want to give grants, and all, they will look at your profile, the level of jobs that you've done. If they sense mediocrity in it, at some point, you're likely not going to get that opportunity, and your name will not remain in the list of those that will be immortalized eventually when it comes to filmmaking. Your legacy is going to be shaken when it comes to filmmaking. So it depends on what you want. That's why I'm saying I'm not going to blame anyone. When it comes to politics that are being played in cinemas, when the cinema tends to favor some producers more than others, one thing that I believe so much in life is you can never get a fair playground in whatever you do. There will always be politics. There will always be favoritism. The only thing we would have to keep doing is keep talking about it and letting these people know that it hurts. Because for anyone who makes a film with a lot of money, is expecting that they will get all the level playground to explore on. It's going to be really fair, on the side of the producer who has spent so much money that you are giving a bad timing to start with, or sometimes you give them a certain time, and because the other film has a bigger publicity or the other person seems to have a bigger name, you would take out, their own timing and give to the other person. See, in all fairness, it's not encouraging to producers to keep coming to the cinemas. But then, if we truly want Nollywood to grow as big as we all want, we need to start doing better. The last time I was in cinemas with a film of mine was in 2017, and that was Omoe. So that was like my debut as a producer. And I remember back then too that I had, similar experience. As at that time, it was not even a Nigerian film that they used in replacing my film, the time my film was showing. It was an Indian film. They brought an Indian film to show at that time. And as at that time, I was going out almost every day to go sell with my wife and my friends that we co-produced as at that time. We're pushing really hard, to ensure that we make a whole lot. But then that happened. It also happened, while I went for a meet and greet, I think last 2 years, for a movie I featured in. And I got to the cinemas and they said, oh, they've canceled it. Or rather, they said because the ticket didn't sell much, they had to give the time to someone else. I understand it's business for you guys. You also want to make your money. But at the same time, if people keep, facing this or keep experiencing this, nobody wants to invest their money into Nollywood. So for me, I would say I want to believe that after that particular statement from Tony Abraham, I want to believe there will be adjustments in certain areas, and I pray that whatever decision and policies that they have on ground favors Kill and Co by the time it gets to cinemas. I think action film, where I had to do a bit of karate, a bit of shooting, and I think that. Though I featured in a couple of films where I did a bit of that too, but I want to do more. I think it's just a popular one. People who had always said that I was dating the late Orwell Ademola. Well, that one is no longer news to me, basically. So, and I don't try to debunk it. And that's because if I tell you yes, would you still believe? You believe whatever you want to believe. And if I say no, would you believe? You believe whatever you want to believe. So I leave you to struggle and fight with your thoughts. What do you think? Okay, so Kill and Co, The Invisible Child is going to be showing in all cinemas starting from March 6th. And I beg of you all, please, come and support this small boy. Come out and watch my movie in mass. For me, for late Orwell, please come out in cinemas and support. If you do come out in cinemas to support, definitely, I'm going to be bringing something else out next year, and I promise you're going to love that too. So please tell a friend to tell a friend about Kill and Co. Kill and Co is our project, is our film. Let's push it together. Let's come out to support. And of course, it's going to be premiering March 1st within colleagues, and medias. So please, don't say because it's Ramadan, you don't want to come out though. Please come outside to support me. May God continue to bless you and enrich your pocket. Thank you.